So as far as UPS shipping rates goes, and when you compare them to FedEx shipping rates, there aren't necessarily any certain rates that are different with UPS and FedEx unless you're looking at some of the surcharges. Taking into account the residential surcharge, delivery area surcharge, any oversized fees, large package fees, overmax fees, things like that. When you look at those and you compare FedEx and UPS to each other, you'll see that while the naming conventions might be different, some of the charges might be more or less expensive with one carrier over another. And when you're looking at your bottom line, you want to make sure that you account for the difference in cost. And knowing that maybe a 50% discount on a surcharge with UPS equates to about a 45% discount with FedEx, if that surcharge obviously is less expensive with FedEx. And in some cases, like the weight-related or size-related surcharges, there is a pretty large disparity in the two carriers right now. One thing you might want to look out for with UPS is the late payment fee. Along with that is a shipping charge correction audit fee that UPS decided to implement last year as well. That's affecting a lot of customers. If you're not inputting all of your dimensions in the boxes and you're getting hit with shipping charge corrections, you could be hit with basically a shipping charge correction audit fee. So you want to make sure you take that into account when you're looking at your invoices. If you don't have an auditor that's helping you with that, it might be good to actually take a look at everything you're getting charged and maybe think about getting an auditor to help you with those. As every year goes, both carriers, UPS and FedEx, raised their rates at the end of last year. UPS's rate change actually went into effect the last week of the last year, where FedEx's went into effect the first week of this new year. Obviously, UPS got a little bit of an advantage there by grabbing all the additional revenues at 4.9% average rate increase that they purported. They were able to grab that at the end of the year with all the returns for holiday season and everything. So while both at the end of every year they always announce their rate change, they have kind of different timelines when they implement those. But the last time that UPS had a rate change and increased their rates was at the end of last year. So the Lojistic platform and the Lojistic third-party shipping system will definitely help you not necessarily reduce your rates right off the bat, but it will compare the rates between FedEx and UPS. So you could ultimately be paying less with one of the carriers, depending on your discounts with both carriers, in that the system actually takes a look at all of the charges that might be applicable to that particular package. It looks at all the characteristics, any surcharges that may apply, and then it gives you the net result, which is your bottom line charge that you'll be charged. You also have to take into account any time in transit requirements that you might have, any certain service level agreement you have with a customer. So it'll take into account the time in transit as well. So it will calculate the time in transit and also calculate the cost between both carriers, FedEx and UPS, look at your net rates, and then give you the bottom line cost. So while it doesn't necessarily lower your rates, if you've got net rates with both carriers, it's going to give you the bottom line cost, and you'll be able to pick and choose the rate that's the less expensive.